Hey my friends, Dwayne Phelps here. I kind of got some inspiration really quick and I wanted to share it with whoever watches this video. It doesn't matter. I've been in some dire straits in my life before, and if you're in some dire straits right now, if you're thinking about quitting whatever business you're doing right now, if you're thinking, it's not worth it, go back to a job, relax, take the pressure off. Your bank account's negative, you're running out of money, credit cards are piling up, your wife's yelling at you, your girlfriend's yelling at you, and you're just tired of it. You're just frustrated and you just want to lie down and take a nap and return to normal life. I'm telling you, there's hope. Early part of my life when I started marketing online and trying to figure stuff out, I worked as I was doing sales. I was in sales, pounding it, not making a lot of money, but I was paying the bills, was doing okay. And I decided to get into this crazy world of the internet and try to figure things out. And I remember losing so much money, going in so much debt, and just wanting a breakthrough. Just wanted a breakthrough in my life that somehow, if I could punch through that wall and see on the other side, it would help me keep going. But when you're through that day in and day out, it feels like you can never see the other side. And what I wanted to share with you really quick through that struggle is a quote by Tony Robbins. I'm a huge Tony fan. I don't know if you are, but you should check him out if you haven't. There was one quote that stuck out in my mind. This was, I think, back 2005. It was a while ago. And the quote was, "There's always a way if you are committed. There's always a way if you're committed." Think about this. How many gurus out there are selling courses? How many people out there are selling things that, just to make money off of something they've probably never done? All the ClickBank make money courses, all the internet marketing courses, all the $2,000 courses. Think about them. How many of them have really helped you? And how many have you purchased? I've purchased god-awful amounts of them, and to be honest, maybe 10% of them gave me nuggets. But I still buy those things today. But for you, you have to find your way to break through. And most of the time, you're not going to find it in a course. Most of the time, you're going to have to sweat it out. You're going to have to pound it out. And you're just going to have to go to work and strategize it and figure it out. And for me, in my life, I'll tell you how I broke through. And you could take this in your life, whatever type of business you're building, MLM, network marketing, direct sales, affiliate marketing, whatever. They all require a breakthrough of some type. The way I broke through is I found out, I had a moment where I realized that there were certain guys making obscene amounts of money that were no better than me. They were just normal people. They had no super juice, no weird tonics they took every morning that gave them superpowers to command money every day. They didn't have anything like that. They were normal people, and some of them, to be honest, I didn't respect because of the way they weren't grateful in their business. And this is a big tip too. You have to be grateful in order to be successful, and that's a whole nother video. But if you're not grateful in your life for what you have right now currently, being successful will not get you anywhere, period. That's a whole nother video I'll probably shoot. But the way I broke through is I took 2 days of sleepless nights when I finally put a nail in the coffin and said, no more. I have to figure this out. How am I going to do this? And I grabbed myself, I have a notepad. I always have a notepad right here. I sit and ponder with a notepad sometimes because I just need clarity. Get away from the computer if you need clarity from the computer. I took my notepad, and this took 2 nights of sleepless, just lying in bed. I'm sure you've had moments like this. Lying in bed trying to figure out what the hell you're going to do, and knowing that you're at the very end of your rope, and you got to do something. There has to be a breakthrough moment, or you have to give up. One of the two has to happen. And you draw the line in the sand, and you go, okay, I'm off the computer. I'm not reading any emails. I'm not listening to any information. I'm going to take myself into a room, and I'm going to figure this shit out. And you get yourself out a notepad, and from the knowledge write yourself out a simple plan. A plan that you could follow for the next 60 to 90 days, period, in your business. For example, if you're building a direct sales business and you're driving traffic online, you know that there's a certain number of visitors and leads that you need in your business to be profitable. Depending on the offer, you could have an offer that converts every 25 leads that you send to it. Well, your whole plan is going to derive on how can I get 25 people to this offer? How can I do it? With money, with no money, how can I get it done? And you sit in the office and you figure out and you draw a plan and you follow it for the next 60 to 90 days, period. I can tell you I did this exactly after 2 sleepless nights. And I took money that I had for rent, and I took that money and I put it towards Google AdWords. Okay? I think it was about $1,150, maybe $1,200. My rent was about $1,100, not including utilities or anything. And I had a good solid 14 days before bills were going to kick in. Water, all the utilities were due, all finances were due, and I was just like taking the step. I had to take the step. And the way I took the step is I figured how bad things could get. I said, what's the worst that can happen here? I spend this $1,100, I can't pay for my rent, and I gotta wait till next month, and I get behind. Utilities get behind. I might have to eat. I remember eating Japanese noodles out of a package for like days on end. Anybody that knows me knows my Japanese noodles story of how I divided a noodle packet into 4 days of food. Even longer than that. I can't even remember. It's been so long ago. But that's the worst it can get. You'll still have your family. You'll still have your friends. People will still love you, but you're not a screw-up. If you need to take that risk, take it. But that's what I did. I took that risk. I took that $1,100 or $1,200, put it into advertising, and guess what happened? I had my first $12,000 month. And it happened so fast that when I did it, before I even saw any money, I was not tied to the result. So when I threw that money out there, I just said, this is what I'm doing. I'm not tied to the result. I'm putting good faith for it. And it was a relief in my body that I'm taking action. And I don't know how, I don't want to get metaphysical on you, but it felt like the world was with me in that moment. And I had my first $12,000 month. I remember it clear as day. It was in November. It was in October, now that I think back. October. November was a great month after that because of October, but in October it happened. Everything clicked. It worked. 12 grand. Guess what I did with that 12 grand? I took that 12 grand and I reinvested it in my business, took the money out for rent, paid rent, and it happened from there. That was my breakthrough moment. But for you is you need to draw that line in the sand. You need to get yourself out a regular notepad. I feel that the brain thinks better if you're writing stuff out instead of on the computer. You need to get away from the computer, get away from emails, lock yourself up, have a couple sleepless nights, and then take action. If you can do that, like Tony Robbins says, there's always a way if you're committed. Tony knows how to, that's his thing. That's the selling point. He can cause breakthroughs in anybody. If you take that advice and that quote, you can get done what you need to get done and finally get out of that frustration, get out of that debt, and get out of all the bullshit that you're going through. And, I've gone through it, and this is how I got out of it. And now I live a life that I love. I love my life. I love what I can do now. And I'm not no big shot. I'm just a normal guy. I still work online from home, and I have an amazing life because of it, because of that moment. So if you're struggling, follow my advice and to have some faith. So anyways, go ahead and visit my website, DwaynePhelps.net. It's my blog. You'll find out how I retired at the mid-20s, and I'm still building my business online. You could also follow me at whoisDwaynePhelps.com, and I'll show you the exact system I'm using. And I'll show you a blueprint on how you can generate $500 to $1,000 a day. So first website, DwaynePhelps.net, my blog, or you can go to whoisDwaynePhelps.com. There'll be links down at the bottom in the description box. Make it a great day, guys. Ciao.